Okay, I'm gonna start this video off by saying that in 3 years, nothing has changed. I am still garbage, I am still trash, and I am still annoying as ever. Welcome back to this glorious channel, the whole one fucking person that watches that one fucking video that I let you see. I'm making this video for two reasons. One, so that you have something else to bother me with besides that cringy ass video I made 3 years ago. And now you have this cringy ass video to make fun of me with. And two, because I just want to vent because I'm all alone in my house and had a like weird fucking mental breakdown earlier. So now I'm just gonna talk about it here because where else would I vent it to but YouTube, where nobody literally looks at or sees anything I say, so I don't have to feel like I'm being judged. Okay, now back at it. I am sick and tired of having crushes on people who are literally not like fathomable people to have crushes on. Like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Why am I like this? I'm annoying. That's why. I get it. I'm annoying. This is why nobody likes me like that. Like, I'm a good friend. No, in fact, I think I'm a pretty decent friend. I was gonna say great, but I think that's really arrogant. I don't think I'm a great friend. I'm a decent friend, okay? So you know what? Yeah, I am kind of a good friend. Yeah, I am kind of a good friend. And I think that's why I'm always stuck being this friends with people, which is fine. And I'm not really bitter about it. It just kind of really sucks that I can't ever get over like this, whatever it is, of like continually having serious crushes on people who literally don't want or see me like that. Which, I mean, I can't really control who I have crushes on. To some extent, I guess I could, but, like, also I can't. Like, it just happens most of the time. I don't, like, plan it. It's not like I go, wake up one day and go, you know what? I'm going to have a crush on you because you're not available and I really like to suffer. Like, it doesn't happen like that. Just kind of, like, something slowly develops and I kind of like, oh, fuck me. But, yeah, anyways, I'm just kind of annoyed with myself for literally always falling into this stupid-ass trap of, like, this stuff. Like, I don't know, like, can I just get over myself? Like, why do all the people that, like, are interested in me are, like, creepy and gross, and, like, the very few select people that I'm even slightly interested in are, like, just, like, no, you're a good friend, but that's it, or, like, I don't, yeah, you know, like, whatever. I sound so complainy and whiny, but, again, there's only one person that watches these videos, so I don't care. Yeah, I don't know. It's a really, been bothering me lately, I guess, because I'm like dumb. I'm 20 years old and I can't fucking figure out if somebody even likes me. And then I like start to like clearly make things up in my head that aren't happening, I guess, or are happening, but I'm reading the situation wrong. I don't fucking know. I don't care. I do know that the other day I almost started bawling my eyes out because something happened. And not because I was sad, but because like something so small, tiny, like almost insignificant happened that literally made me so happy I was on the verge of tears. And I think like that is a reason why I have a crush on this person, because like they do really small insignificant things that mean a lot to me for some weird reason. Like, little things really do mean a lot to me, like way more than like big grand gestures of like I don't know, niceness, I guess. Like the small things are like what really get to me, like it like really attach themselves to me, I guess. That even makes sense. It doesn't, but whatever. It doesn't have to. It's emotions. They're all valid. But yeah, I mean, I would say that this crush I have now is like, I definitely was, there's like, it would probably snow in hell before I thought I would ever have a inkling of a thought of having a crush on this person. And like, I guess it must be blizzarding because it happened. I mean, if I could go back, I probably wouldn't change it because I'm really appreciative of the experience. If that makes any fucking sense at all, which it doesn't. I'm not one for regret. How about that? Because at one point in time, that was exactly what you wanted. So I try not to regret many things in life. Some words of wisdom to live by. I would say that, like, right now I'm just at the point where I'm like, should I say something to them that I like them, or should I not? And I've got a lot of mixed responses from people. Some people say, yeah, you should tell them because, like, just to basically get out of the way, off your chest. And then some people are like, don't tell them because, like, it could be, like, it's basically, like, an unnecessary awkwardness that you add to the situation. You don't have to. So then I'm like, well, you're right about that. It doesn't and so I'm kind of, like, stuck now, and I'm kind of like, it's weird. I'm very superstitious as a person, which I'm sure you already know. So I take a lot of, like, weird stuff, like my horoscope, like, seriously, and my tarot reading seriously, and, like, signs of, like, just small signs where I'm like, this could mean positive things. Like, you know, like, if you ask the fucking magic 8-ball something and it answers, like, a positive way, like, or a negative way, like, I seriously take that shit seriously, and it doesn't make sense, but I do. So, like, lately, a lot of the stuff I do, like, the superstitious stuff I do or listen to has been, like, being very positive about the situation if I say something about having a crush on this person, but I'm not actually sure if I can believe that, especially because I don't have a great track record with telling people I have a crush on them and then responding positively. I mean, the very first person I told I had a crush on literally said, oh, I don't like you like that. And they continued to, like, basically fool around with me, which I let happen because I was 15 into 16 years old and had never had experience with anybody ever really liking me in real life, had really low self-esteem and made me an easy target. And I was easily manipulated. And then once I, like, finally was, like, stood up for myself and was like, hey, like, you said you don't like me like that, so we're not going to do anything anymore, they got really pissed off and they stopped talking to me. And it was really fucking bad. I lost a really great, well, they weren't really a great friend, but I lost a close friend. How about that? And then I kind of, like, was alone for a little bit, and then I started dating my ex-girlfriend, and that was a whole shit show in of itself. Which, if you were on this channel or were lucky enough to see the shit ton of videos I made about that, you know it was a fucking mess. Me literally crying my eyes out because it was, like, the honeymoon phase went straight to shit, like, within 2 months, and I stayed with her for 2 years, so let's talk about that, I guess. How much I really put other people's wants, needs, and desires above my own, because I think I'm worthless unless I am helping somebody else or making somebody else's life better. I have no purpose in life but to help other people is what I feel like most of the time. Anyways, yeah, so I spent 2 years with her, and basically it was, like, constant me being blamed, or I wasn't good enough, or I was basically a piece of shit for whatever reason, because she had her own issues that she didn't want to deal with or wasn't allowed to deal with. But I was expected to be there for her nonstop 24/7 no matter what. And the fact that if I even slipped up once, it was basically like I was like worst person in the entire world. She would constantly basically, like, tell me that other people she talked to were better than me, they were nicer than me, they treated her better than I did. Like, I treated her like the worst piece of shit on the planet. That shit really fucked me up. Let me tell you, when I say that I'm sorry, like, constantly for stuff, like, there's no reason for me to say sorry for it, that's why, because I would constantly have to apologize to her for things that weren't my fault, and it's something that I can't get over. Like, now I'm literally always like, oh, sorry, oh, sorry, because I just am sorry for no reason, really, except for that I'm sorry because I don't want you to be mad at me, basically. Because she was always mad at me, and I hate when people are mad at me or disappointed in me or I upset other people, because, again, I care more about other people's feelings, wants, needs, desires than I do about my own. So I can feel like shit on a daily basis, literally cry my eyes out when I kill myself for 2 years. I mean, it was longer than that, but 2 years while I'm with you. But if there's even one day in that 2 years period of time where I feel like I made you feel like that, I would literally, like, it makes me feel 10 times worse. So after going through all of that nonsense bullshit with her, I was like, what? I think we broke up when we dated from the time I was 16 to the time I was 18. Then I stopped talking to her, broke up with her. Then I had to do the cliche gay bitch shit and fall in love with my, quote, at the time, straight best friend. And I remember that I threw her a surprise birthday party for her 19th birthday, I believe. And I was like, after she left my house and I came home from, like, doing bowling with her and her family, I was like, I'm in love with her. And I told my mom, and I was bawling my eyes out, because what else are you going to do when you're in love with somebody who's never going to love you back? Bawl your eyes out, bitch. That's what you be doing. Yeah, so I did that, and my mom was like, my mom has always been there for me, so of course she's not like, whatever, like, your feelings are valid, da, da, da. And I was like, this is so stupid, and I was like, didn't want to tell her, because I'm like, what if she literally hates me, and then I would lose my best friend in the entire world, and I would literally kill myself, because I don't have anybody else. Like, if I don't have her, I don't have nobody. And so, like, I fought with myself for months, even though I spent every single day with her for months. Like, there was a whole summer, because her birthday's in June, so I spent, like, the majority of the summer with her and her family, because my family life was going to shit at the time. And I was literally, like, in love with her. And I was like, should I tell her? Should I tell her? Should I tell her? And I didn't. And then we kind of had a fight. And we were both at each other's wits' ends. And I told her, I said, and then we finally went for a drive. And I said, like, I told her. And then I started crying again. And she's like, I can't ever like you like that, or like whatever. And I was like, yeah, I know. Like, I knew, I've been knowing. It doesn't change how I feel, and I knew whatever, da da da. She's like, why didn't you ever tell me before? And I'm like, because I didn't want you to, like, hate me or freak out and think I was gross and weird. And she was like, oh, I would never, like, oh, you know, like, I would never think that about you, da da da. I just can't, I'm not emotionally available like that, blah, blah, blah. It was a lot. Anyways, I kind of moved on from it. I kind of, like, always thought, like, oh, we'll always be in love with her, but it won't ever be the same. Like, it's fine. I kind of grew to live with it and have gotten over it, and I do love her, but I'm not in love with her anymore. Sorry, I was crying earlier, so my little nasally stuffy. Anyways, so I, you know, like, I'm not in love with her anymore. I do love her. I was kind of fucking pissed off when not even a year later she tells me she's dating this fucking girl who I think I don't like for more than one reason, but one of the biggest reasons being that we are somewhat similar, and I see the things I don't like in myself in her, and I'm projecting, but I literally just can't stand her. And she's very told me that she, like, loved her, not like they loved her, and they say I love you to each other, and it really fucking made me mad, because every time I would say I love you to Ray, she would literally be like get awkward, but she's telling this bitch, oh, I'm so bitter. I'm so bitter. Yeah, I was really mad, and I still haven't really got over it. We don't really talk about it. She just broke up with her, and I was kind of happy about that, because I was like, I guess I was kind of like, well, I guess I'm not good enough to be, sorry, I'm not good enough to be your girlfriend, even though I did everything that a girlfriend does, but I wasn't good enough, I guess. Whatever, I'm bitter. Nothing's changed in 3 years, I'm still bitter. Yeah, and so now here I am at 20 years old, with another serious crush that I feel like is going to go as pretty similar as the other two if I say anything about it. Though I'm sure that the person knows or has some inkling, unless they're fucking completely dumb, which I don't think they are. Like, they have to know that have some, I don't know. But whatever. I'm glad if they do know, and I'm glad they don't say anything about it, because I'm not ready to say anything about it, clearly. If they don't know, even better, because that means I can be like, hey, by the way, I like you, but you don't have to worry about it, because it doesn't really matter, and I know nothing's ever going to happen, so just ignore me, which is basically how that conversation would end up going, I feel like. But yeah, I don't know, I just, yeah, I just wanted to, like, spend, I guess, 13 minutes talking about my entire romantic life history, because I'm bored and alone. And it's been stressing me out lately. And yeah. So you're welcome to the one person who watches my fucking videos. I hope you enjoy this fucking mess of a human being I am and video. And I hope that when you start to play this video, like, you know, next time I see you, I hope you play this video again and not the other video. And I can, you know, psychoanalyze myself a little bit more. Okay? All right. Thanks. Have a great night and day or whatever time you watch this.